Okay, we're back with another experimental live stream. I'm gonna see how long this one lasts. The last one went out after 30 minutes, something like that. I'm streaming at a lower frame rate now. Just gonna make a tweet real quick. I am doing another experimental Gamedev live stream. Look, there's my tweet. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we are public. Somebody asked me if I'm sad. This is just how I look. I'll be sad if the stream dies again. Then I'll be sad. But hopefully this will be easier on my computer. But anyway, I'm just gonna get straight to work because I've become a little obsessed with live streaming, and I've been doing a lot of experiments with it instead of getting work done. But we do have a trailer coming out soon, so I need to get to work. So let's get back to it. And I have some coffee for my energy. The second day, or late day energy boost. Okay. So we were working on the morph ball. If you notice when I flip sides, it kind of shifts over. That's actually, yeah, that's not good. I guess might as well fix that now, because otherwise I'm probably going to forget. I forgot to test if it was fully working. A lot of people are saying it's been forever since you've seen me. Yeah. But I'm really digging this live streaming thing, so maybe you'll see more of me just as I'm working. Okay. I'm just gonna fix the positioning here so that she is centered when you flip the x-axis. If you look closely, she's shifting. So let's see. Which way do I need to go? Let's try this way. So I just move it a little bit and then I snap it to pixels. Actually, it's gonna be easier if I'm on the morph ball frame. Ah, stupid animator. Unity's kind of dumb, and for some reason the animator is always overriding the sprite even when it's like not animating. So I'll just turn it off temporarily. Okay, so that's actually correct. So you know what? Some of her sprites are actually not centered properly in the actual animation file. So is it the ball or is it... I'm gonna move this over because I think my face is probably blocking the other stuff. Just gonna answer some questions real quick. Yeah, I remember you, Morano DGV. we used to have forums that were pretty popular, I guess. And yeah, I guess some people are showing up again. Yes, these are placeholders. My artist is he was on a trip and he just got back yesterday, and he said he's gonna crank out some art all day tomorrow, he said. So hopefully we'll get some of these replaced really soon. Okay, yep. So the morph ball sprite is positioned in front of, you gotta have a close eye when you're making games, but the morph ball is actually she's shifting to the right when she morphs. Now I need to figure out which one is more centered. Is it the morph ball or is it the other frame? Looks like the morph ball is centered, so I'm gonna adjust her other frames. Let's see, is it all of them? Yeah, it's probably all of them. So I'm gonna shift all of her frames over to the right 1 pixel. This program is like okay, it's not great, but it has a lot of really good features. Not very usable on the Mac though, honestly. Okay, that should do it. Let's take a look. Looks better. So let's check that out in game. I wrote an importer that automatically imports all the animations every time I save the file. Okay, it just finished importing. So now let's take a look. This one didn't get moved, so this should be the correct position. I have to turn the animator back on because I turned it off to avoid that stupid bug. I am using a preview version of Unity, so maybe that bug's not in the real version. I don't know. Let's look at some. It's cool. While the game is compiling, I can look at comments. Are we gonna see that right away? I think by that you might mean the art. I mean, whenever it's in here, then you'll see it. Is it frozen? Seriously? Ah, God. This is really frustrating. I'm trying to live stream, but I guess it's not going so good. Video output low. Stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. What the hell? It says it's still doing stuff, but it's really low. Let's check the log file. It says it started the stream. Why is it only streaming 165 kilobits per second? I'm gonna do an internet speed test to see if my internet is messing it up. Well, that's way slower than it's supposed to be, but maybe because I'm streaming. so why is it so low? I guess I'll again. So that makes it come back. Okay. So if anyone knows why this keeps happening, I'm using OBS, and every once in a while the kilobits per second just drops to like 150, like 150, and I don't know why. And then the only way to fix it is to click the stop streaming button and then restart the streaming. But like, I don't know any other way to fix it when it happens. And I did a speed test on my internet while it was happening, and the internet's not the problem. So no idea. But I guess that's how I fix it. I just click the button, but that's, kind of annoying, especially if I'm not paying attention to the comments. And I seem to always be in the yellow for my stream. Oh, my stream health is green again. Okay. So let's get back. I mean, I'm mainly just trying to figure out how to stream well so that, I don't know, it doesn't keep going out. I thought dropping the frame rate would have helped. Somebody said I shouldn't have moved everything to the right 1 pixel, and that's what ruined the stream. Anyway, I'll get back to it. What were we just doing? Oh yeah, I just finished offsetting the sprites 1 pixel to the right. Let's take a look. I don't think it's a YouTube problem. I don't think it is, but I don't know. I just want to know why the bits per second, why it drops, and then it just stays low. Okay. Yeah, that's looking better. Oh, I'm still getting the weird shifty thing. What? Let's see here. Okay. Wait, how did that happen? Oh, I forgot to apply the changes. That should fix it. Someone said, I'm glad you still have your amazing hair. I did actually cut my hair, but somehow it always grows back. Can't seem to stop it. But I like how it looks, but sometimes it's annoying. Alright. Let's take another look here. Alright. Perfect. So I just made it so that, I don't know if you can even tell on the stream, but let me make sure that we're not losing it again. Let me take a look. No, we're still good. Whoa, that's a 4,000. Why is it going so high? I should probably cap it. It's not really supposed to go that high. What if it's going high and somehow going high is like overloading it or something? I don't know. I don't really know much about this stuff yet. Okay. Sometimes the screen just goes black because I'm using a preview version of Unity and it's kind of buggy. Alright, so I think I'm going to work on bombs now. Okay, so let's see here. I guess I'll start from scratch on this. I'm going to create a bomb. Where is my... There it is. I just created an empty game object. And let's see here. So bombs don't move, so we don't have to worry about nesting transforms or anything like that. Is that a sprite renderer? We're gonna need an animator. Let's see, do I have the bomb already? Yes, I do. What the hell? Oh, there it is. I'm using a special shader, so I changed to the correct material with the correct shader, and now it is the correct color. I'll show you real quick. Just look closely, it's hard to see. But when I change back to the sprite, if you look really closely, it's gray. And when I change back to this with the correct shader, the colors are there. And that's because my sprites are all actually black and white, and the colors are stored separately so that I can palette swap. But then I have to use the correct shader to make them appear correctly so that it reads the data correctly. I'm gonna name that Zara Bomb. Gonna drag that into my Zara prefabs folder. Zara is our name for the Samus character. Gonna create, let's see, no, wait, is that what I want? Just thinking for a second. No, I'm not gonna use that. Okay, so now Unity's animation system it's a little overly complex in some ways, depending on... They're working on this new API that allows you to simplify it, but I'm auto-generating my animations from this pixel edit file, and it's just easier right now for me to use the built-in animation system. So it's just weird because whenever you animate something, you have to create an animator controller, which is it's a state machine. And it's like, if all you're doing is playing something simple, it's like you don't really want to create a state machine for that. But I'm just doing it, the built-in way for now. And then once they get that new API, it's called the Playables API. That's not right. Little confused about something right now. What? Oh, there it is. It's called Default Animator Controller. I'm gonna rename that. Whenever you make a mistake, or if something's confusing, you just want to make it less confusing. So I just added the word reusable to this because I'm using the same animator controller on multiple objects just to keep my life simple. Unity has these things called animator override controllers, and that's what I'm doing for things with simple animations, like the bomb just has a very simple animation. Okay. Just making sure the stream's good. We're still good. That's good. So now we have our animator controller set up. We're going to assign that here. Gonna need some other things. So this game might have online. I sort of have online working, but it's not going to be in the first preview, but I am adding the online components here just because it's already set up. And I think it actually won't work if I don't have them on there. What else do I need? Poolable. You want to use pooling because whenever you create an object, if you have a pool of the object, you don't have to keep creating it and destroying it over and over. So I have a pooling system here. Anyway, I think that's probably okay for now. So let's see here. Now I gotta decide how I want to instantiate that. I think I'm just gonna go to my Zara class. Going to create a place, a slot for the bomb, the prefab, and then I'm gonna assign that now so I don't forget. But then I have to wait. Read the comments. And where is she? Okay. Gonna drag this bomb to the slot I just created. So now it knows what the bomb is, the bomb game object. And I previously named this shoot button, but I'm going to name it attack button because now it's not only going to be used for shooting. So I already have this pressed action because I was using that for the shooting. And now I'm going to, so when you press the shoot button, say if you are I need to check if you're in the morph ball. Just trying to find the best way to do that. I guess I'm going to use this morph ball parameter, which we talked about in the last video. This is an animator parameter that tells it to use the morph ball animation. So whenever you see the morph ball animation, that means you're in the morph ball state. So we're just going to use that. So if morph ball parameter dot is on, we're going to instantiate a bomb. Okay, I'll just write it. I was trying to decide if I should create a separate method for it, but I don't think I'm going to need to. So let's say the bomb. Let's see. So I use pooling, my own pooling system. So I'm going to say my pool manager instantiate. Oh, I forgot about that. All we're going to need is the prefab and the position. So bomb prefab. Excuse me. The position, let's see. I don't know if I actually have this set up properly. I have this other component that kind of like manages positions like relative to like, I don't know, your pivot point. I'll show you what a pivot point is. Every time I switch to the game view, I have to wait. That's why I don't like it, because when you write code and then you switch back to Unity, it compiles all the code you wrote. We'll just look here real quick. You see this little arrow thingy? So that's where Zara's pivot is located. I put it at the bottom of the feet. So wherever this position is where this character is considered located. So right now I need to find the center. When she's in the morph ball, I need the location of the center instead of where the pivot is, which is on the bottom. And I wrote this other component before called Pivot Manager. I don't actually know if it's working. Let's try it. If it's not working, then I either won't care about it right now or I'll fix it now. We'll see. Where was I? There it is. I already wrote it, so let's try it. At least the stream is staying healthy now. Okay, we got an error. It tried to shoot at the same time I laid the bomb. I got an error saying my bomb wasn't set up properly. In programming, there's these things called dictionaries, and they're called dictionaries because you look up things in them. So I have a dictionary that keeps track of all the prefabs, and I forgot to update it with the bomb. But I have all I have to do is actually select prepare for build, which is a command that I created. Anytime I change something, I need to run that command because it just kind of goes under the hood and just kind of like makes sure everything is okay. And it when I run that command, it automatically adds the bomb prefab to the dictionary. So it should work now, but I did notice another mistake right there. Let's see here. So after the attack button is pressed, we don't actually want to shoot, if you're in the morph ball. So let's see here. Say if I'll just do this real quick. Or no, I only need it in this one place. So I'm going to move this up to the top of the method. If the morph ball is active, then we're just going to try to lay the bomb, and that's it. We're not going to do anything else. All the other stuff below it is for shooting. And we just don't want to shoot, when we're in the morph ball. Because she doesn't have a gun. You guys can feel free to leave comments and I'll respond to them whenever the game is compiling. Whoa. Now Unity appears to be frozen. Let's see, that's still working. Good. What? Let's try that again. Oh, I think. Okay. It's like Unity was just kind of, I don't know, dying. Let's try again. Jesus fucking Christ. These like tabs are like broken. So whatever, the game view is broken. It's just not working. But I can see myself in the scene view, so whatever. Okay. We were working on the bombs. Let's see. Okay. We're laying the bombs. The pivot for the bombs is in the wrong place. And they're not animating. So let's try and address both of those. Computer is kind of freaking out now, so not sure if that's going to kill things. We'll find out. Why is this open? Close. Okay. Let's take a look at the... Oh, duh. What the hell? The animation tab is like not showing up. Where is it? Or not the animation, animator. The animator tab is different than the animation tab. Okay. Okay. Getting some really weird behavior here. I don't know if it's just because my computer is like getting killed, but seems to be working now. So I just put in the bomb animation. Okay, so that appears to be, wait a second. Not really sure why. Let's drag the bomb here. Oh, I know why. It's because the animation path is incorrect. So I'm importing my animations, and in Unity each property is animated through a path, and the path I don't always use the same path for everything, so I just need to customize the path for this bomb. Let's see if I remember. Okay, so I have this custom animation paths array. Gonna get the bomb, and the path is actually, it's empty. So let's now I'm regenerating. It's re-importing the animations now, and it's going to assign the correct path to the bomb. No, it's not, because I have to re-import the whole thing. So this is a custom thing, so I can't really explain all this, but I'm just going to click this generate button to regenerate all of my animations from this pixel edit file. And the stream health is going down again. Should be back now. Okay, so we should be back again. I don't know why this is happening. The bitrate just randomly drops every once in a while. I'll try to keep an eye on the comments if it happens again. Wait. Oh, this one is missing. Alright. Okay, now it's animating correctly. If you look, if you look close, it's flashing. Okay, so we fixed the animation. What was the other problem? I don't remember. But I do know one thing that we need to do. We need to limit it to 3 bombs at a time. So otherwise you can just put as many bombs as you want. So I have this component called prefab count limiter. So I'm gonna drag the bomb here, and we'll say 3 and fuck. So I'm not really prepared to handle this situation with my current component. Is there really no sound? Oh, they said never mind. Yeah, I'm not really good at checking the comments, so every time something goes wrong, I don't really find out right away. But if anyone can tell me why the stream randomly drops to like 150, that's the problem I need to solve. Whoa. Okay. I just saw it jump to 6,000. So I think what I need to do is limit the bandwidth. Will it let me do it while I'm streaming? Let's limit it to 3,500. We'll see if that goes into effect now. Hopefully that solves it. Let's find out. Okay, let's get back. And no, the game's not canceled. I always said the game was on hold, and that's what I meant. Okay. So we want to limit the amount of bombs on the screen to 3. But currently my component for limiting things, it only works with projectiles, like when you shoot bullets. So I need to figure out how I want to handle this. I need to be able to limit prefabs that aren't just bullets. I think if I change that to 0. Well, I have an idea. Let's see if it works. My limiter works by disabling a component. And I have this shoot component. Well, it's called shoot controller because it controls shooting. But I'm going to see if I can use it on the bomb we'll just pretend that the bomb is a bullet. So we'll say shoot controller dot shoot bomb prefab. Since you can't shoot and lay bombs at the same time anyway, I'm pretty sure this is gonna cause problems though, because then if you lay bombs and then you get out of your morph ball and then you try to shoot it, it's probably gonna limit that too based on the amount of bombs on the screen. Okay. Oh, I think I got it. I just remembered that I had to deal with a similar situation earlier. Okay, so the prefab count limiter. Okay, got it. So if the prefab count limiter is under the limit for a bomb, then we will create a bomb. Otherwise, we're not going to do it. And hopefully, hold on a second. Okay. I need to actually, this reset duration, it's hard to explain, but like Nintendo games and stuff, they were full screen. So if you have a widescreen game and you shoot, it takes longer for the bullet to go off the screen. So if you're only basing the amount of bullets you can fire based on how long it takes to travel off the screen, it's going to be faster in a full screen game than in a widescreen game. So I also added a timer to reset the count. But since bombs don't move, I'm gonna set that to infinity so that it'll only reset the count when a bomb actually is destroyed. Yeah, okay. And I'm trying to decide if I think I'll try it. I'm gonna add a I'm gonna make a bomb get destroyed when you go off screen, or when it goes off screen. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm gonna make the bomb, if it goes off screen, it's just gonna disappear. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that, but that sounds good for now. Then if you go into a pipe or whatever, it'll still reset the count. So you won't, if you go into a pipe, you'll still be able to lay 3 bombs instead of just 2 or something if you laid a bomb before going in. Oh yeah, and I think the other problem I just remembered that we had was that the pivot was off. No, it's not. Okay, so the location of the bombs is yeah, it's wrong. I mean, I'm talking about where they're spawning, the location that the bombs are spawning from. I'm just gonna do a quick fix because I'm just trying to get things ready for the trailer. I don't really, it just needs to look good. So, oops. I'm just gonna, God, I hate this thing. I gotta turn off the animator because it won't let me switch the frame because Unity's stupid. Okay. We have morph ball sprite visible, and I'm going to create an empty game object to mark the position where the bombs should spawn. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle. And then I'm going to, oh shit. I think I'm seeing another problem. Oh. Hmm. Oh, never mind. All right. So I'm gonna create a little slot for the position of that thing I just created. So we'll say bomb spawn point transform. I don't know if I should call it. Whatever, that's fine. And then we're going to use that as the position that the bomb spawns from. Then we don't have to worry about what the hell? Got a compiler error. What am I doing wrong here? Let's see. So if you have a compiler error, then when you can see the errors in your coding program, or you'll see them when you switch over to Unity. So I have the wrong the wrong type. I'm supposed to actually give it a game object, so I was giving it a component instead of the game object, so I just resolved that error. Is 3500 too high? So, well, yeah, maybe that is too high. Alright, let me know if 3500 is too high, that I shouldn't be using that for the data rate. I wanted it to be high resolution so you guys can read the text, because, you know, there's text. Okay, what am I doing now? Let's see here. I'm gonna name this bomb spawn point. That's in the right position. Apply the changes to the prefab. Remove the prefab from the scene. Go back to the prefab. Oh shit, I forgot to turn the animator back on. So we turn the animator back on. Switch the sprite back to the idle sprite. Okay. And then we need to drag the bomb spawn point transform into the proper place, and now our bombs should be spawning in the right position. Now I just have to wait for the game to get ready. When is planned release date of Super Retro Crossover? We want to get on Steam Early Access within the next 3 months, let's say. That is not a promise, but we're pretty far along. Because of Nintendo's recent DCMA streak, yeah, I wasn't too worried about showing Nintendo art in a live stream, although I guess these videos are being archived, but we already do have some original art in there. It's going to keep getting replaced until there's none left. I don't know. I kind of just want to try out this live streaming thing. Luckily, my computer seems to be handling it better now. And it's fun. It's fun to explain what I'm doing. It's not really too much extra work for me. Oops. Our game view is actually working again. That's good. Ah, fucking God. What the hell? So let's see, I'm getting an error. Whenever I try to use the debugger, it crashes, so I can't use it. I just have to look at the text and figure it out. Okay, why is that not? Why is the bomb not in the dictionary? That's correct. Wait. What? That's a strange place for the error, so I'm going to go look at that. Line 87. Data by prefab. Okay, so what is this? When is this initiated? It's frozen again? What the hell? I restarted the stream because that weird thing happened again, so I'm a little upset that I can't figure out why it's happening. But anyway, whatever. And yes, I realized that the name kind of got changed a lot, but we're sticking with this name. Super Retro Crossover. It didn't make sense to call the game Super Retro Squad because it's not only based on the squad now. Data collection. What? Wonder if it's because I'm checking if it's under the limit before it's been instantiated. Shouldn't be though. Debugging isn't like very much fun. Pretty sure it's gonna happen again, but I'm just gonna make sure. So normally I would run the debugger here, but usually when I run it, it just crashes everything. Okay. So yeah, so it's saying it's not in the dictionary. So let's try and figure out why it's not in the dictionary. Let's take a look at what's in the dictionary at the time that it crashes or gives us that error. Keep on. Alright, our data rate's still good. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the dictionary is missing everything except for the... Wait, what the fuck? What? Hold on a second. What the hell? That is fucked up. Okay, so sometimes when you're making a game, you'll just be like, what? You'll just be like, that doesn't make any sense. So somehow there are two of these components, even though I have this thing that says disallow multiple component, which means you're not supposed to be allowed to put two. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of that one, and now it should work. So that was just one of those bugs that's just like, what the hell? Like, how was I supposed to guess that that was the problem? So you run into things like that all the time, and you just gotta be patient. Crap. I don't know if I ran prepare for build. If I didn't run prepare for build before I press play, it's gonna give me another error. That's just how it goes. Oh, look at that. We got a bomb. We have bombs. What the? Looks like I got stuck on the edge. Okay, so pretty fun. We're done. We're done with the game. Ready for the trailer. This is how it's supposed to work, right? And the screen disappears. I have no control over that. That's a bug in Unity. Okay. So that works. And we have excellent stream quality, apparently. Just check on that real quick. What the? Okay, we're still good. So now the bomb needs to explode, obviously. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember if I already have a component for this delay. Destroy after delay. Excuse me. Let's take a look at that. But I actually want to replace it after a delay. Okay, so I'll just have to modify this. So let's we'll create a slot for replacing what we're going to replace it with. And right here we have the event for when the time runs out. So right now it's just destroying it, but we're gonna say if replacement prefab does not equal null, which means if we have a replacement, we want to instantiate our replacement. We'll just put it in the same position. Okay, and then I want to, that's supposed to be sealed. And then I'm gonna rename this class so that later I don't get confused. So you have to rename stuff in Unity. Otherwise, all of your references get lost. So I'm naming it destroy or replace after delay instead of just destroy after delay. And then I have to wait for that shit to compile. Come on. Now I'm gonna go back to this class. Before I rename something, I always close every window, otherwise it just like dies. Destroy after. And then I'm just gonna say rename. And that is how you flawlessly rename something in Unity. It takes a little longer than I would like. I'm just gonna set the delay to have a default duration of 1 because otherwise it's not gonna work. Let's see. Okay, so now we have to, we need to create the explosion. So, oh wait, did I already create it? What is this? Okay, I guess I already created it and I forgot. That this doesn't seem right. It's missing. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna have to we're gonna duplicate this explosion, and then we're gonna call it Zara bomb explosion. So that explosion is actually when you destroy an enemy. So let's rename that Zara enemy explosion. We can reuse the same animator controller, so I'll leave that named Zara explosion. Okay, so let's delete this because we want to get our bomb explosion here. The bomb is actually supposed to damage things. That's why we can't use the same explosion, because the enemy explosion is just a graphical effect. Another difference, oops, oh, I guess it's the same. The enemy explosion doesn't need to be instantiated over the network. As I said, we're doing some experimental online multiplayer, so anything that's just a visual effect, you don't need to track it online, like across people's, people have multiple instances of the game running. The enemy explosion is just a graphical effect, so it'll just say like, hey, create the explosion, just so that people can look at it, and then it'll forget about it. The server won't track it. But then with the bomb explosion, it can actually damage things, so all of the instances across the network need to know about the bomb explosion because it can hurt anyone on the different clients. So online multiplayer is very complicated, but luckily I know how to do it now. So again, I'm not promising it's going to be in the game, but as I'm creating things, I'm adding it in because it's really hard to add later. So we need to add a network identity. This is also going to be an attack, so we're going to add auto attacker. This is a class I wrote. It just means anything that touches it gets attacked. The attack is actually separate than the explosion itself. So I'm going to duplicate the bullet attack, and I'm going to name this as our bomb attack. It's pretty similar to the bullet. These are all, components to customize, like the effect of the attack. Oh, shit. What the hell? Why isn't this working? What the hell? Fuck you. Oh, I have animations turned on. That's another shitty thing about Unity. Don't leave the animation tab open because it's going to think that you want to record animations. How dare you? So it wouldn't let me reset this component because I had the animation thing open. It doesn't look like it actually recorded any animations. That's good, because if it did, I would be pissed. And I would have to remove all of them. So be careful about that. Pretty sure bombs are supposed to be stronger. So I'm going to give that an attack strength of 3. Everything else I'm just going to leave the same. So I'm going to go back to my bomb explosion, because remember, the bomb itself doesn't hurt you. It's the explosion that hurts you. So the explosion has the attacker. Now I'm going to assign my bomb attack here. Fuck. Also, I need to. Fuck. Sorry. I don't know. I guess I'm getting annoyed right now, which is fine. Sometimes you get annoyed. I'm gonna delete this because I don't like the number being after the name. No real reason for that. All right, we need to add a collider. A bomb explosion is a circle. Oh shit, it's gonna record. This record thing is so annoying. I wish you could just disable it. So anyway, we're gonna add a circle collider. It's gonna be a trigger because you can't stand on an explosion. You just get notified when you touch it. Looks like the explosion itself should actually be animated, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just fuck. Look, it recorded that as an animation even though I didn't want to. Although I guess since it's so easy, alright, Unity, you got me. I'll record an animation just because you really want me to. This should be here. Let's make that a little bigger. Wow, look how perfectly that matches. Who cares? This is just for the trailer. Again, don't overdo it when you're doing stuff. Just do what you gotta do. Okay, so that's gonna attack some shit. I don't actually have it set up right now where you can attack. Okay, because like Zara is going to be able to get hit by the bombs also. So I'm not actually like set up for that. Because right now, if I enable the attack, it's actually going to kill her. If I say it can attack, so I have 3 different attack types: hero, enemy, and neutral. I'm just going to turn off hero because it's not actually supposed to attack her, but she needs to be able to react to the collision. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, I guess that's good. Why does this... I don't know why it's using a child game object, but I don't really care right now. Let's just keep going forward. Okay, so we have the bomb. After the bomb is destroyed, we are going to create the explosion. We're gonna say after how long? 2 seconds? I don't know. We'll say the bomb has a fuse of 2 seconds. That is the Metroid bomb explosion. We haven't replaced the art yet. Let me take a look at some of the comments right now. Didn't expect you to be doing these developer logs so early. It's actually not early. I've actually been working on this for like forever. But it's been off and on because there's been a lot of other stuff going on. But I also didn't expect to be doing it either. I just kind of randomly decided to do it. Can you believe it's been 3 years? 3 years since the 3-year anniversary of Super Mario Crossover. Yeah, I guess it. Yeah, because Super Mario Crossover came out in April 26, 2010. So yeah, it's been over 6 years. Okay, so the bomb exploded and then we got an error. Don't worry, like you always get errors all the time. Okay, what didn't I set? Auto attacker. What's it missing? Oh, fuck. So I need to add a collider controller. This helps me to do more fancy things with colliders, but I still don't really feel like I have a good system, and I'm still just trying to figure it out as I go. But let's see here. So this is a heroic attacker. And we'll say it collides with... This is my own thing. This isn't... Unity's collision thing sucks, so... It collides with neutral, attackable. Let's see here. So it's going to need to collide with the player because you're going to have to bounce when you get hit by a bomb. It's going to collide with neutral things like bricks, and it's going to need to collide with enemies. That should be about right. Let's give that another try. Why are you using Unity for this project? Just because Unity is kind of one of the most well-known professional game development tools. Once you figure out its kinks and figure out how to work around all the bullshit, it's pretty powerful. and they're getting a lot of new 2D features. The tile mapper, I actually helped them design the tile mapper. I'm pretty tight with the Unity 2D team, and the Unity 2D tools that are coming are really good. They're actually already being used. I'm actually using these tiles that you see. This is actually Unity's built-in tile mapper. I can show it to you later. Let's see. Boom. Does that feel too long? The explosion itself the animation is wrong. I don't remember what it's actually supposed to be, but I've seen Metroid a lot, and I know that this is the wrong. Oh, well. Okay, so we got an error when I tried to blow up that monster thingy. Missing a network event dispatcher. So I'm going to require, when you make a mistake, you want to try to prevent it in the future. So I know that this component requires a network event dispatcher. So what was that? My bomb? Pretty sure it was the bomb explosion. It was missing the component. Let's try adding that. Now let's wait for it to build. Yes, Unity is complicated, but it's really powerful. What's the ETA on the trailer? I'm hoping like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not sure how fast my partner guy is going to be able to work. He's got a lot of art to create, but he's really fast. So we'll just have to see how fast he can pull it together. I still have a reasonable amount of work to do, but not a crazy amount. Okay, well, I'm gonna go try to blow this guy up. Oh shit. Okay, he's dead. Let's try to blow up some more. Alright, so that's working. What happens if I blow myself up? Ah. So nothing. How should I? I'm gonna have to decide how I want to do the reaction to the explosion. And then I'm going to change the time on the bomb. Fuck you. I'm going to change that. Let's try 1.5. Yes, the Mario graphics are placeholders. Well, not the ones that aren't. The ones that are Mario are placeholders. The ones that look like Mario but aren't are not placeholders. On the note of your partner, your old partners were factors in this being put off as long as it was, can you trust this person? Yeah, this person has actually released a game, and his game is awesome. He doesn't want to deal with the public right now, so he doesn't want me to tell you who he is, but he's really talented. He's perfect. He's perfect for this game. He works fast, and his art it looks good. I should show you guys the new. I'm gonna see if I can just show you again, if you see something that surprises you, just pretend you didn't see it, because it doesn't mean it's in the game. But let's see here. Alright, there he is. This is the new art for Manny. So yeah, we have new art for pretty much everyone. I think the only one he's not doing new art for is Ramona. Actually, most of these graphics are original. So yeah, none of these are placeholders. So this is all gonna be in the actual game. Only stuff that is actually Mario art isn't. Because what we're doing first is it's gonna be like Super Mario crossover, but we'll be expanding on it. But this is where we're starting. Yeah, we're doing 8-bit, and it's all matching like the style of the original games. And instant character change isn't gonna be in the game. That's just debugging. I can also like give myself, I can give myself firepower instantly. It's supposed to be throwing water. I don't know. Ah, shit. I keep changing to someone and it's like giving an error. Who is it? Who is causing this error? Someone doesn't have authority. When you're dealing with networking, you have to worry about authority. I'm just going to turn that off because I'm not working on online multiplayer right now. And I just want to get a version of the game on early access as soon as possible. We're not going to have online multiplayer initially. Will I ever do gameplay videos again? Probably. If I do, I think I'm going to do it with Iggy, my wife, because I think it'll be more fun if it's both of us. Okay, so I fixed that error. Okay, so let's see here. Ah, shit. I can still lay too many bombs. And I can't. The screen just disappeared again. I can't disable the bombs with the same way I've been doing it. Because she's not laying them the same way. And I'm gonna have to be getting going soon because Iggy's getting home soon, and we're doing like a little date night thing tonight. Repeato? I don't know what that means. Manny actually isn't a plumber, he's a miner. No, we're not. I'm not updating Mario Crossover anymore. This is like replacing it, but it's gonna have more stuff. So hold on a second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be getting off in a few minutes. I'm gonna have to rethink how I'm limiting the bombs, like how I'm limiting bullets, because it's not gonna work on the bomb. I'm gonna have to do it a different way. I think I have to make a note of that. I keep a notebook. I don't know why, but it helps me to actually write things sometimes instead of just typing them. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Thought I already was limiting it. Let's go to the Zara class. Look at this. If it's under the limit for the bomb, then instantiate it. So, what? Let's see here. Debug. Wait. I think I already. Nope. Okay. So I'm going to log the current count. And the limit. And then we'll see why I can still lay bombs when there's more than 3. I guess more people are coming on now because it's getting later. Mario Crossover. Yes, Mario Crossover still exists on my website, but it hasn't been updated in like forever. And it's not going to be. This game does everything that game did, plus way more, and will do more in the future. I guess people really liked when I played games. What the okay. I don't know if you can read that, but for some reason it's saying that the current count is 0. Why does it think that there's 0? It's totally... Is it working for other stuff? When I shoot the wave beam, it works. I shoot the long beam, it works. It's gotta be... Did you see that? I just shot backwards. It's another thing I have to fix. Fuck. It's because of the infinity thing. Okay. Need to figure out how to make it work when the time is set to infinity. Yeah, you're not supposed to see that. An earlier version of the game had an overworld map, but we're not doing that right now. So yeah, there's a map. If you look really closely, a map kind of flashes on the screen, but that's not going to be in this version of the game because we're starting out with like a really simple concept, and we'll be doing more stuff like that in like a story mode or something. So Don't worry about the map right now. Let's see here. It's not disabling it because the current count is not going up. What? What? This isn't working. Why isn't that working? What? Sometimes it's like everything just doesn't work. And it's like, why? I don't know. Why is nothing working? I'm just gonna close this and I'm gonna reopen it. Could not close out of memory. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're focusing on simple stuff and going on early access and building. We're starting out nice and small and building on it. I don't know why I pressed play. I should have opened up the code thing. Now I have to wait. This is my life, waiting. Packing sprite atlases. See, that was the map right there, but just pretend you didn't see it. Just pretend. Open C# project. So the stream has been working flawlessly for a while now. That's good. And Iggy's coming home soon. Okay, what are we doing? I'm trying to figure out why this current count is not updating when the time is set to infinity. See, now it's working. All I have to do is close it and reopen it. Where does the current count get incremented? What? Oh. Seriously? So I didn't really set this thing up that well. I actually wrote this class a long time ago. And then that kind of sucks. I mean, it's not horrible. But it's not counting it when there's no timer. Okay, this is where, okay. So this is where it gets added. So just gotta figure out why is it not getting added when let's see here. When in doubt, use debug.log. Remember, don't just sit there, always try to figure out, always try to do something to figure out why it's not working. What? Okay, so that method isn't even being called. So I logged the thing, and from that I discovered that the method isn't even being called. So let's figure out where it gets called, or where it's supposed to get called. It's what? Okay, so it's probably getting called, but is it getting canceled out up here? Ah, fuck you. Wait. Ah. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, god damn it. So, I forgot a fucking component. Origin referencer. Because since this game has multiplayer, you need to track which. So, like, if you have like four players, just like four players playing as the same character, we'll say they're all playing as Zara. If you lay 3 bombs with one character, you don't want the other players to also not be able to lay bombs. So you have to track which Zara it came from, and I use an origin referencer component. So now I'm going to do something to prevent myself from making this mistake again in the future. So assert, that's what you use assertions for. Assert dot, say, is true. Actually I'm going to say is false. Origin to match does not equal null, and origin referencer equals null. Now I can give myself a message for when it goes wrong, and I'll say cannot match an origin without a referencer. So again, when you make a mistake, prevent yourself from making it again in the future, because you don't want to waste your time. So did I do that right? When origin to match does not equal null and origin referencer equals null. I think I'm starting to go a little crazy right now. Am I asserting that that's false or true? I think that's actually supposed to be as true. Wait. I'm going crazy. An origin to match. I don't know. I'm just gonna see if it gives me an error. If it gives me an error, I did it wrong. Sometimes those booleans will get you. False and true. It's like, what's the difference? Ah, shit. I forgot to. Getting a phone call. Gonna step out. Hey. At the dinner? Oh. I don't think it was confirmed. When are you coming home? Like right now? Well, I'm live streaming right now, so let me end my stream and then I'll get back to it. Okay? Okay, so I'm gonna get going now. Thanks everyone for watching. It looks like hopefully I had the stream set up correctly this time, because at least at the end it wasn't breaking, so hopefully I can use these settings in the future. And let me know, like, if you have any suggestions. I think it's fun for me to, I don't know, talk to people and explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So just let me know if you have any advice or whatever, just for how to make it more interesting. I mean, I am working at the same time, so I'm not gonna have like tons of brain power to, I don't know, do stuff. But yeah, it seems cool. Like, but yeah, just let me know if you enjoy it or what could be done for you to enjoy it more, or just any comments or feedback in general. So thank you for watching, and I'll probably do this again, I don't know, pretty soon. Like I said, I'm just getting the trailer ready. I don't want to live stream all the time, but anyway, just leave comments, tell me stuff, and I will read them. Alright, thank you for watching. Now I'm going to log off. Have a great night.